Now, we are back. Hello.
Hello.
What's going on?
Got myself a little bit of pasta corn here. If you're wondering, it's popcorn in a bowl, and then in a smaller bowl, there is pasta. In this case, there's chow mein. So we like to be a little bit.
I know. I'm looking at it. You got a pot here full of popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've placed a smaller bowl that is filled with chow mein inside the popcorn that's inside the pot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've been calling it pasta corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of you are totally into this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it.
Yep.
Look at
great.
it. Look at it.
It's amazing.
Look at it.
But like
Here-
Have you had both of them together?
together,
I haven't.
you might want to try.
It's a good combo.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what episode is this?
This is 17.
17.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, we're back. All right. We're in it. Let's do it.
So
So,
telling us about that submarine trip.
yeah. This freaking submarine
Hold
trip.
on. What's up? No,
You all good?
You want to start over and just hit the submarine?
No, we're okay.
I'm fine with that.
I'm okay. We got into it.
Well, let's fix this mic situation here.
Never start. Just never start talking about the submarine trip.
We're back to the double mic, so let's get this if
I
we
know,
can.
Man, we're like a bunch of homeless people.
I know.
I'm sorry. So sorry. All right, here we go.
All right, turn us up.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up.
Turn me up, Johnny.
All right. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Larry's and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right. So anyway, the submarine trip.
Submarine trip.
All right, this was probably about a year ago. I'm gonna try and keep everything in order, but it might be a lot of jumping around because it was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You might as well just be gone. I'm out of my memory. I can't. Come on. All right, so I go to Virginia. My brother is in the Navy, right?
Uh-huh.
And see, look at that. I already fucked up from the beginning. My brother's in the Navy.
Okay.
He is a chef on a submarine.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the best jobs I feel like.
You're under the water the longest out of anybody because they need you to cook. He's like the guy. He was under there for.
Is he
probably
only
about-
cooking shit fish?
He's the only cooking shit and fish.
What would
No,
he-
they.
what would he cook?
It's not like it's like an old submarine saying,
Oh,
"We're just eating shit and fish." You know.
The
In
only
middle
thing
of
we're
the
cooking
water.
down
The only thing
here.
we're cooking down here is shit and fish. No, yeah. So they actually ate pretty good. They had a huge freezer. He showed me the freezer. It was massive.
Mhm.
It was like it's a freaking submarine. So all that excess space that's just metal tube.
It was just the fridge.
It's just the fridge.
You're kidding me.
It's just cold.
The entire backspace.
It's pretty fucking cold, yeah. So
Mhm.
so the crew, like I think it was 5 crew members could bring a family member on the submarine for 5 days. And it was me, like I don't think there's anyone else my age. It was like everyone's dad.
Everyone just brought their dad.
Everyone brought their dad. And like
Just you and a bunch of
me and a bunch
Navy
of
dads.
old Navy dads who are like, I've been doing this for years. I can't do anything.
Wow.
And I'm like, bro,
They're all
what?
born on
My
submarine.
my brother invited my dad first, and he was like, I'm not doing that shit. That sounds terrible. I
Why?
do not want to be on a submarine for 5 days. Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why? I'm about to
sounds-
tell you all of
Yeah.
this shit that happens on a submarine.
Your dad knew.
Oh, God. It's
Okay.
like every dad knows what happens on a submarine.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. It's gnarly. Submarines are gnarly. All right, so first thing, I get on my flight, and there's a layover at some point getting to Virginia, and the frickin' weather was so shitty that I was stuck in that airport for hours in that airport. It was so long, so I got hammered there.
Nice.
I got so fucked up in the airport.
What you got to do?
The next morning at 7 a.m., I was supposed to be picked up at the hotel by the frickin' military dude taking me in a van with all the other Navy dads to the military base.
You just got picked up at the airport by a Navy dad.
No, I
van?
got Ubered from the freaking airport
'Kay.
to my hotel that I was supposed to be staying in the night before, but because of my layover, I got there that morning and I was supposed to leave within an hour
Damn.
to get to
Damn.
my freaking bus that goes to the freaking Navy base.
So you had to book it.
Oh man! So I get to the hotel and all the fucking dads and everybody's in the lobby like waiting, you know, and I'm just like, oh, I'm all fucked up and hungover because I had a layover and it took forever, so I got all hammered. So I'm all fucked up. So we get to the Navy base and we fucking get in there and we're waiting for the submarine to fucking show up and it's taking forever, dude, and it's freezing ass. It's like early as dick in the morning and it's cold, dude. We're out there in the freezing shit and I wasn't prepared for this, dude. I just got off a flight. Like, I got to the airport. Oh my God, I was so cold. So I go through my bag and I grab some shit and I put it on. And for the first about 3 hours we were waiting out on the freaking sea deck of this Navy base, we're just waiting in the freezing cold and I'm just laying on top of my bag sleeping, just trying to get some sleep because I was up all night. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, fuck that.
It's terrible. Oh,
Fuck
God.
that.
But then, out of the blue, literally out of the blue,
The deep
the
blue.
submarine arises. The sails, massive
like how-
gray sails.
You know how you're just waiting, when you're waiting for things like cars, you know, you're waiting for them to come down the street. You just keep looking deep into the ocean. You're like,
You're
where's,
like,
this
where's
boat,
the submarine?
the
But
submarine
it's
It's
showing
not
up?
even like that. It's like there's two little fucking antennas pop up, and then you're like, oh shit. And just out of the water, just out of the water, in the middle of the water, and then you're like, whoa, fuck, and then it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like these
Oh, shit.
massive, it's like a massive sail. It's this big metal fucking tube, that big fin on the top of a submarine.
Yeah.
That's called the sail,
Mhm.
a big metal sail. And there's like there's a ladder in there, and you can climb to the top of it and shit.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty
That's
great.
cool.
So
Gotta
see
stay
the
on top
sail
of
come
that.
out of the water, and like everyone's, I'm kind of happy to see him, but then again, like I was pretty comfortable. I wedged myself kind of between these like metal stacks on the fucking. They're just stacks of metal on the
You were on
dock.
the dock?
Yeah,
that's right. you were on the
waiting.
pier.
So I just got into a little area where there's no wind blowing
So
on
you're
me.
just out there sleeping on the dock?
And all these Navy dads are like, my boy, like my boy's been in the Navy.
Are they looking like classic dads, like
Oh,
straight up
dude,
like
shit.
polo
Come-
tees,
yeah,
khaki shorts with
all
the
with
long,
hat, all with a Navy hat, boom.
long white
Navy
socks?
Oh,
vest,
so they were
boom.
already like veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like a thing.
they've been in the troops before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
Okay.
you're
They
the
know what's
rare-
happening.
You're the rare one right there.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah,
I got
and I'm
you.
just freezing ass out there, looking like some freaking kid from LA.
And then, but you
Wedged
but
in between.
like you just go take a nap on the dock.
Yeah,
Like,
and then you go
just-
sleep on the
yeah,
docks.
you're
Yeah,
like-
I
you're
just
like-
come like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
going to
everyone's
sleep.
like, what the fuck? He can just sleep?
Yeah.
How long were you out for?
Dude, we were waiting for like 3 hours. So
Did
I
you
was,
sleep for 3 hours?
No, I probably
2
slept
hours?
for like an hour.
Damn.
Yeah, it was real hard because it was cold. So
Fuck.
cold,
Yeah.
dude. It's so cold. Because you're on a dock and there's water all around you and there's just wind blowing by.
Yeah, your body just loses that heat.
Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
So the freaking submarine arises out of the water.
Mhm.
All the freaking submariners come out on top of the submarine and they're all standing up there waving at us. They're like, hey, we're like, they're on a submarine. Like, what? What's up?
You
Well,
just get
taking
hyped.
pictures and stuff. Stoked. They're standing on top of a submarine. What? I've never seen a submarine that close. So then it pulls all the way in. And then we're like, fuck yeah. And there's two guys on the outside with crazy M16s. And they're like, I'm here. You know, doing their thing. There got to be guards. You know, what if someone tries to take over a submarine? I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
So we get in the freaking submarine.
They're ready for the Navy dads. They're like, I'm
They're
gonna take
ready.
over the
Who
submarine.
knows? What if there's a crazy psycho Navy dad? It's like, I should never have been kicked out. He comes back.
This
and
is
he's
my
like,
redemption chance
I waited 42 years.
to be invited back on. He's no one's dad.
Yeah, he just shows up every time they have one of these things. Oh,
It's
man.
that fucking submarine hijacker again.
Jeez. Yeah, so we get on the submarine and like you first you hop on the top and like it's the outside on the top is kind of squishy.
What
Yeah,
do you
nice.
mean?
Oh, it's
What do
not.
you
It's
mean?
not solid like titanium
There is
steel.
solid titanium steel like I think underneath that surface
Oh, wait, so
probably.
you're telling me it's like a rubbery.
But it's like a nice rubbery mat.
No, you're telling me that submarines are just giant
Jello tubes.
rubber,
Jello tubes.
like Jello tubes.
No, they're really
going through
they're
the sea.
completely metal, but the top was like you could walk on it and it wasn't bad, dude. It was nice. It was
Could
nice
you
on your
jump
feet.
on? Could you like do a little hippie hop, like a little bounce,
Yeah,
like a little tigger bounce?
yeah, you could probably get that.
Hey, you know what if it's like
a little impact.
What if it's, like, made out of,
a
like-
little concussion impact?
Could you
Like
fall on it and be fine?
it would hurt.
It would hurt.
It would hurt. It's
You
like
just knocked the wind out of
it's like a you know how a track, how a race like a running track is kind of squishy but still hard.
Yes.
how smooth was it? Slick?
It's kind of grainy.
It's grainy.
So is it like a track? Like
Yeah, it's kinda like a
a
track.
racetrack on a like a.
Sitting on the top like a saddle on the top
Yeah.
of a big submarine,
Hmm.
so you can walk up there because you have people on
Interesting.
watch sometimes.
But it's all black or
They
something.
have
or blue?
swim calls where you're out in the middle of the ocean and you could swim, and there's people on top looking for sharks, and they'll shoot that shit if it fucking comes near them.
Wait, say that again.
They
What?
have sometimes they have swim calls on a submarine where they pop up in the middle of the ocean, and you're chilling out there, and like you can jump off the submarine and swim and stuff and hang out.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And then you have a guy on top with a gun, and he is on watch. So if there's a
For
freaking
sharks.
shark comes around,
Fuck.
blast that fool.
Life on a submarine, man.
Yeah. So get into it. Get into the good stuff, guys. Get into the good
Alright,
stuff. Boom,
alright.
boom. Slide down the little tube. That didn't happen. There's no tube you slide down on a
Damn.
submarine.
Are
You
you
climb
sure?
down a little tiny hole.
I was hoping that's how you can enter it. Like
Yeah,
a
you
slide.
Slide down the tube into the fucking into the nose of the
into the-
submarine.
What?
Deep down.
Man.
That would be cool.
No, you climb down a little ladder, and the walls of the submarine are real close together. Like it's tight, but there's all storage on each side of the walls. Like everything is storage. Like you can freaking open everything. It's
Whoa,
crazy.
Just all
Yeah.
pockets.
All pockets, all little drawers you could pop open. There's
Oh.
something in everything.
God.
Okay.
So you walk through a little corridor, and then there's like a huge, cafeteria area where you can like eat food, and there's a bunch of tables where they usually like play cards
Now,
and like
how huge? What's like?
huge
in a
as in
submarine.
like smaller than this room, but compared to the hallways of that thing, like it was pretty big. It was probably about a quarter of this room.
Okay.
So a quarter of this room. So it would
Not
probably
that
be
big at
like
all.
6 feet by 8 feet.
No, that's
Very
That's
tiny.
really tiny.
Yeah,
No,
it was a
that's- no,
small.
that's like
This
my
was
height,
this was the bedroom.
like my height and 2 more feet.
No, that's real small.
Yeah.
It's probably about.
This was like the bedroom.
It's probably about.
What's your room like comparatively to your room?
It could be about the size of my room.
Okay.
It could probably be the size of my. Maybe a little smaller.
So
Is
Uh,
what, si-
It was no. It was about the size of my room.
what is this? The bedroom?
This is the
the rec room.
the rec room where you just use your cafeteria. This is where you eat food. There's
It's
like
the size of your bedroom.
yeah.
Damn. That's
There's
tiny
like
as hell.
tables, and then there's like 2 rows of tables that could sit like 4 people maybe each. It's pretty close together.
Okay.
And they have a little TV in the corner, and then
How little is the TV?
it's it was decent. It was a tube TV. It wasn't like a flat screen or anything. It was like
It was a tube.
like one of those freaking
Like,
like
was it-
one of
was
those
it
one of
up
those silver ones like that's like
Was it up in the corner?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was like that. It was pretty old school. And
Damn.
then everything was painted like the Broncos, blue and orange, and there was a Broncos logos everywhere because I guess they were the USS Idaho or Boise, the USS Boise,
Oh, okay.
and there's the college.
Yeah, they're
and
the Broncos, I
Yeah, the
believe.
Broncos.
So then all of them went.
So they had like the Broncos freaking football helmet in there
That's a
too
trip.
from the
That's
college,
tight.
all that stuff. Yeah, so the first day we get there and like we're kind of just chilling, hanging out. They're kind of like showing us around, and then like there's a cool cafe or the kitchen area is like, so if that's the rooms on your left. The kitchen area is directly to the right, and there's like a little window you could see through, so you can see everything going on in there. And they have like a small little corridor with a freaking oven and a sink, and like little freaking cabinets where you can get all your shit, your pots and pans and everything. And then there's just like the food is like all canned and frozen and shit, so it's pretty much just stacked anywhere. Like there's just stuff places.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, I'm gonna use that real quick, It was
Okay.
pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they did it, dude. They cooked some good ass meals though. We had some ribeye steaks and shit in there.
Shit.
What?
Down.
Yeah, dude, down in the bottom of the ocean.
They got hella fucking steaks down there.
Yeah,
They got
They got some
in
good
the bottom
stuff.
of the ocean. There's tons
Damn,
of
they
steaks.
got
they
hella
got some good
steaks
stuff.
down
They
at the
make
bottom
some
of the ocean?
what's that stuff? The freaking they get chicken breast and then you put you stuff it with ham and then you deep fry it.
Mm.
Damn.
So wait, they had like
Like
kitchen
they made
equipment?
that. Yeah, they had kitchen equipment.
But
Like
they
they had
had-
deep fryers and like an oven. Like
Honestly, man, I was really hoping he was cooking like
Stove.
shark and like whale and shit down there.
no,
That would've
yeah.
been
They might have.
awesome.
They might have been like. Well, no.
They do get like fish inside the torpedo tube sometimes.
They caught it. What do they do?
They just
Did they cook it?
You
Did
just
they
spit
eat-
it back out.
Oh.
You could just shoot out air instead of a
Nice.
torpedo. Shot
No,
pop
I
in
want
that,
them to be
pop a fish
catching
out.
sharks up in that shit and serving like
Oh, that'd be
shark.
crazy. They like check the torpedo
ribs
tubes and the
eyes.
sharks in it, and it's like,
Yeah.
ah,
He's all
oh
stuck.
shit, yeah.
Bring that bitch in.
Cook them
Chop
up.
his head off. Cook him up.
Can you
Get some
imagine?
Yeah.
shark ribs.
You're in the military. You got a whole submarine crew that's cool enough to like kill a shark and eat it, and everyone's just like, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it.
That'd be so tight,
Damn.
So-
I
dude.
Hey everybody, we accidentally killed a shark, but like, who wants shark tonight?
That'd be
would
tight.
you eat shark?
We
Would
would
you
eat
do
shark.
it?
I
Like
would eat
free
shark.
You
shark?
want some fresh ass meat?
Yeah, of course
I'd
I would eat shark.
absolutely
I would
eat
eat
a
shark
shark.
heart. You're supposed to eat shark heart. Your first shark heart, first shark you catch, you're supposed to eat its heart raw.
Oh man, I don't know if I got.
Where
that.
is this a rule? Is this a rule?
This is
somewhere?
an unwritten rule.
Where?
If you want to
are you
just
talking
catch a
Where
shark
did
ever,
if it's not written down, where did you find it?
it's unwritten. It's just known.
Known by who?
Everybody.
If you catch a shark,
When you catch your first
when
shark,
you catch your first shark, and before you
When?
kill it, or before you eat it for dinner or whatever, lunch
you
or
have
whatever.
to cut him open, and eat his raw heart or its raw heart, shark heart.
You know, it makes sense,
I know it does.
but I never heard of this rule.
I would eat a lion heart too when I catch my first lion.
Okay. What?
So
You're gonna go catch a lion?
no, when I
you
get
catch your lion.
when I
any
get my
animal I
first
kill,
lion.
from now on, any animal I kill, I will eat its heart
You'll eat
first.
its heart.
You gotta go eat a spider heart if you go catch a spider.
I wouldn't
jump
get to
in
dissect
there.
a spider. It would be
Why
too
not?
creepy crawly for me.
This is the fucking unwritten rule.
I would eat a shark heart, but I can't dissect a spider.
You just talking about fried bugs
That's a
earlier.
little
You're not gonna eat
different.
'em?
I wouldn't eat a dead fried spider.
Fried spider.
Fried spider.
Fried spides.
You wouldn't eat a fried spider?
No.
You
I
want some
try to eat a
fried
fried
spide?
spider.
Fried spide.
Hmm.
Fried or spide.
Do bugs freak you out?
Yeah, creep crawled once.
Yeah, I don't want to chew 'em.
No.
Huh.
What about like
What bug do you find delicious?
what bug do I find delicious? The most delicious bug?
I think
Those
a
bugs
fried
on
cockroach.
fucking. Do you eat a cockroach?
Deep fried cockroach.
That-
They look pretty juicy, dude. Nice crunch,
guess.
nice soft inside.
I was thinking of the bugs.
Is it like the inside's still a little crunchy though? Because I don't want to like.
Like goo. A little bit of that. Little
That's
cream
what
puff.
you want, though. No, that's what I'm talking about. You ever seen the bugs they eat in Lion King?
Yeah, I got a problem with cream puffs. So
Those
like,
should look delicious.
They do look
Oh.
delicious. He's like,
right? Yeah. The
all
way
that,
he eats
all
that,
that
shit.
stuff.
that don't look good to me.
The way Timon and Pumbaa eating those bugs.
Like I like the taste of cream puffs,
Mhm.
but like I
No.
really don't like the texture.
Uh,
And I feel
Okay,
like and I
okay.
feel like a bug.
Do you like
is
gushers?
I'm not a huge fan.
No. So you
I
don't
like
like you don't
fruit-
like
I
jelly
like-
filled things.
Yeah, it's
Like
not like
gel
the, like
filled,
the
or like-
burst is not.
you don't like gushers?
I like eating gushers, but
Dude.
I'll eat other gushers.
No, you don't like gushers. Like,
Gushers are great.
get the
Gushers
fuck
used to
out.
freak me out because I used to think my head would actually turn into a fruit,
Oh, that was good. 'Cause
Wow.
those were good commercials.
and that freaked me out. I'm like, that shit actually gonna happen to me if you eat a
Starburst
gusher?
gets crazy with their commercials now. They start doing some weird shit where like it enters a factory that's like there's an airplane that like takes your Starburst away from like a rabbit that like brings it down a hole, shoots it out of like a cannon into your mouth, and then it explodes of juicy flavor.
Damn you!
What is this commercial?
You got this.
Did you write this commercial?
No, that's real.
It's like a Starburst commercial.
I've never heard of this
That's
one.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, some stuff
Yeah.
happens, dude.
I gotta
Yeah.
see
They're
that
like, hey,
shit.
the fucking juice is coming.
There's a
And
seal
they
behind like paper cutouts,
shoot
and
it.
it's like throwing Starburst at you.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
let me get back to the submarine because there's some crazy
Okay,
stuff in
yeah.
this fucking thing.
I
All
want to hear
right.
some more.
So the beds are so tiny, such tiny beds. Like you could roll over on your side and it's like 3 inches from the freaking other bed above you. But on the like the sleeping sucked ass. But the kind of rocking of the submarine because it rocks underwater kind of puts you to sleep at night and it's nice.
Oh.
It's kind of nice. But
Okay.
you can roll out of your bunk sometimes.
Okay.
So you have like a little drape thing that you go you close and you have a little light above you and it's so close to you that you could smack your head on it if you move any minute.
You're just in like a
No, is it
confined
like
space.
is it like plastic or like are you gonna?
No,
hit-
it's a
you gonna-
light bulb.
Yeah, you can.
And it's gonna
fucking
hurt. It's a
shit.
long one too, one of those freaking
the fluorescent ones.
yeah.
The ones that break
and
at
it
like
buzzes,
the slightest little
and
tap.
it buzzes if you leave it on. Zzz, all of them, and there's like bunks on top of bunks that are just like everywhere.
There's just open fluorescent.
And like
bulbs.
you can roll out
You
of your
fucking-
bunk.
Hold on here. Open fluorescent bulbs. There's like no shield, no guard.
There's like a plastic little guard in front of it.
Do you ever take those and you ever
But-
like smash those and they're like filled with powder
Yeah.
and shit? Yeah, that's
Alright,
just fun.
All right, go on.
So you roll out of your bunk and then you can lift it up and there's like a little space for storage underneath and that's all that you have, and that's where you keep. It's like about that big of space,
like
and you can have like you can like inside of there you could probably fit like a stack like that big across.
2 pairs of pants, couple pairs of shirts.
Okay, like
Yeah.
12, 11.
It's
inches.
it's decent. It's not a lot, but it's decent.
Is it deep?
It's the size of your bed.
Okay.
So it's just your bed lifted up. If you place your bed and you lift it up, there's shit underneath.
Okay.
So I'm sleeping in this freaking crazy ass bunk one night, and I freaking get up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and I walk into the bathroom, and the entire floor is 4 inches in water, up to my fucking ankles. So it's like 3 a.m. I don't even know, dude. So I freaking open the door, I see this water, and I just close it and go back to bed. I didn't tell anybody.
That's exactly what you want.
I was just like,
is a bunch of water where it's not supposed to be. You're in a submarine.
I figured they had a cautionary thing, like something that would happen if water got to a certain level. I'm sure it's a fucking submarine for the Navy. I don't know.
You just straight up trusted that shit.
So I was just like, somebody's gonna know more than me. I just closed the door and called it a day. And I woke up in the morning and there was no water in the bathroom at all.
Oh.
So I don't know what
you were really just waiting to wake up to that water getting high enough.
I don't know what. Yeah, I was thinking about it all night. I remember that.
You didn't sleep at all?
No, it was crazy.
What if everyone was just evacuating and your brother was like, yeah, he's smart enough. He probably saw the water. He'll get out.
Nope.
You went right back to
I
bed.
just went to bed. I was like, fuck it.
There was no one else around.
Fuck it. But so, oh man, on the submarine, I got so cool with the freaking, like the captain.
Were they sinking?
No, we weren't sinking. Well, we were sinking, but we weren't sinking. So the entire time we were traveling from, where was it? Florida to Virginia, I think it was.
Okay.
No, Virginia to Florida. One of those ones. We went one way.
One way. Yeah.
The entire time we were traveling there, we were taking in water in the engine room. Like, this shit was just flooding the engine room. Like almost 3 feet deep in water. Like, this shit was flooding. Like, my brother was saying that you would walk in the engine room and you could just, there's like a metal grate, and then underneath the floor you could just see water. Like, it was just filling up.
Oh my god.
But they calculated that we would make it to our destination before we actually flooded and sank. So we just went with it.
Just let the water come in.
And they decided not to tell any of the
Navy dads.
Yeah, the Navy dads. But my brother fucking snuck that in there for me and was like...
He was like, yo, if you felt
He was like, listen, yeah, this is what's happening.
I can just picture...
Don't freak out, but I gotta let you know because it's kind of crazy.
That's a nice brother.
Yeah. I can just picture the Navy dads, like, getting wind of this information and, like, immediately trying to fix it.
Dude, they're like, yeah. Like, I know exactly
what
I'm
I know
doing.
what I
They
can
just
do.
Break everything.
Let me get down there. They're all down there
just
trying to
drown.
figure shit out. They're in the engine room. They're making shit worse.
They drown in 4 feet of water.
I was slipping and shit. Yeah.
No, not the Navy dads.
Not the Navy
dads. No.
It was crazy. But yeah, I got real cool with one of it's like the guy that drives the boat, or the captain or whatever, the main guy, one of the main guys. He's like an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the fuck. I don't know, one of those things. He was up there.
Lieutenant.
There you go, commander.
Tennille.
Maybe Tennille.
I like it. You got to be a good Tennille.
Wait, who's the captain?
So it's the red room is where I was getting access to all the time. I would just walk into this freaking red room like I was just eyeing the place.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, boom, open the door, and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, yo. I'm like, can I drive the boat? He's like, he was like, yeah, you want to drive
this
the
boat?
Yeah. He's like, yeah. I was like, for real? And he's like, yeah, it's super easy. And then he sat me down. This big ass black dude, he was crazy. Sat me down and he freaking, dude, it's super easy. Like, you have 2 little joysticks and you have like a dot that goes up and down, and there's like readings on each side, like numbers that are like dials, and you have to keep it in the middle. You just have to keep the dot in the middle. So as it starts going one way, and you have 2 separate handles, as it starts going one way, you just gotta adjust it and keep that dot in the middle. It goes the other way, you adjust it, keep the dot in the middle.
Drove the submarine.
Drove the submarine.
But
wow,
they don't get a windshield.
No, you're looking at these 2 dots the entire time, just making sure it stays straight.
I was really thinking there was a windshield for some reason.
And then there's like sonar and shit in there. It's like beep, beep.
You know, like
doing
a
some
plane.
crazy shit.
yeah.
That's not what happens.
No.
No, I'm wrong.
You get no windshield. It's not an actual like.
He's
submarine.
just driving. He's looking. He's just fish on every side. He's like, "This is nice. This is scenic."
Nope. There's a sonar that you can kind of see nothing.
He just looks at his screen with 2 dots.
Well, there is like that big green dial that's like beep.
Oh,
beep,
the radar or sonar.
Beep. Yeah, the sonar. It's like you can see some shit.
What do you just see more dots?
If there's
right?
a whale, yeah, it's gonna look like just fucking a grainy sub object.
It's not gonna look like a whale.
Somebody's like, that's a turtle.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Yeah, it's like depending on the size or whatever. I don't know how they read
That's
it,
an
but
enemy
they do some
spacecraft.
crazy stuff. So one time I just walked up in there, and because I used to, what I was doing every day is, so that black guy gave me a freaking cigar, right?
Very nice.
So he gave me a cigar, and I would go up to the sail every time we would surface, and just be up on the sail and look at the complete ocean, and it's just me on the sail of this freaking submarine. You see the front end of the submarine and the back end, and it's just the ocean in front of you and behind you everywhere. Just nothing but the ocean.
Nothing but the ocean.
Nothing but the
That's
ocean.
dope.
Just the nice sky and nothing but the ocean.
That must be a cool sight.
And I smoked the cigar every morning, and I would smoke it every night, like whenever we would be surfaced. And the nighttime was insane up there, dude.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
There you could see the
Did the
green
moon-
sonar radiating off the submarine. So it's like
What?
the kind of the water on the outside lights up as green. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
was
What,
crazy,
did the
bro.
moon light everything up?
Oh
and
yeah, the moon
everything
was,
too?
dude. Its stars were so bright. Everything. It was beautiful, dude. It was
Wow.
insane. It was insane.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a straight up
That's dope.
screensaver.
We also got to go up on top of this freaking submarine. We threw a freaking can out in the water, a big ass coffee can out in the water, and they pulled out a light machine gun, a huge ass light machine gun, like this fucking crazy turret thing.
Uh-huh.
And they set it up on top of the sail, and we just got to fucking unload on this can in the middle of the water. Just
It just is floating.
dude, fully automatic.
Just shoot into the water.
Oh, it was insane. Just a full
Fuck yeah.
huge bullets, like 3 to 4 inch bullets. Just it was insane. Coming out of this gun, dude. It was so crazy.
Each of those are like $30 bullets.
Yeah,
or some shit
we
like
just-
that.
Your dad missed out on a fucking submarine
Dude,
trip.
the
man.
guy that was putting this on, he just loved his job so much. He's sitting there talking about the gun. He's like, "This right here is a fucking fully automatic M142465." That's what I'm talking about. Like, fuck.
Yeah, he's having a great time.
Yeah, he loved it. It was his favorite part. So I'm up there just shooting off this shit, dude. It was amazing.
Oh man, that's great.
What if someone would have shot the actual submarine though? Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, did it have the
Accident-
flex to like
Maybe.
do that?
Oh, dude, it was intense, dude. You couldn't shoot more than like 4 or 5 shots at a time, because that gun would go everywhere. It was like,
I would just go up.
yeah, it's like a heavy ass gun. This thing's
Mhm.
insane.
Well, keep in mind they're all Navy dads. So they're
Yeah.
gonna be all right. You were the only one that was
So
like,
it's like, yeah, because you could either place it on the.
You know what? You were Navy bro.
I'm a Navy bro.
you're Navy, bro.
You were Navy bro.
I was talking to everyone about, because you know what? Can't even. No, I'm
What?
gonna bring it up.
You gotta
You
come
gotta
on.
bring it
I
up
can't
now.
do it. Pause it.
Pause it. All right.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you can't talk about that. We'll leave that. We gotta censor that. No one can hear about that part.
That was classified information.
Sorry, everybody. You'll have to.
That's you
Never
know what
know.
happens on a submarine. Kind of
Stays-
comes on a podcast, but some of it kind of stays in there.
Someone stays on the submarine.
So like night crawlers,
Mhm.
we'll leave that in the submarine.
Boom.
Mhm.
Are they in the submarine? Is there night crawlers? What's a night crawler?
What's a night crawler?
Can we define that first?
Can you tell me what that is?
Oh man, we'll take it out of the submarine. Apparently, all right, we're gonna bring it out of the submarine. Night crawlers. While
Is it
while
like a-
one of
like a
your
is it
your
like a-
bunkmate is sleeping, you try and sneak into their bunk and sleep with them.
Wait, hold
One of
on.
your submariners is over there sleeping. You just kind of just sneak into their bunk without them
Just
knowing.
No.
You want to sneak cuddle?
Just sneak a cuddle.
No.
That's what those boys are doing down there in the
Oh,
submarine. They're down there
man.
trying to sneak a cuddle.
Sneak a cuddle. Your night crawlers.
God damn.
Just crawl in there. You're like,
What the hell, Navy?
hey,
Hey.
hey, we're on the submarine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We're on the submarine.
I know.
You're just trying to sneak a little cuddle
Yeah.
down the submarine.
Oh
dark down
man. Yeah.
Wow. And it's called night crawlers.
Night crawlers.
Damn.
You just gotta sneak into their beds.
Sneak into the bed. That's it.
That's
That's
you know what? That as funny as that is, it's It's borderline rapey.
It's a pretty good prank.
It's a pretty
It's
good.
pretty good.
It's pretty rapey.
Pretty good prank.
It's a good prank though.
Yeah.
For sure. I fuck with it.
Good rapey prank. That's god damn it.
I don't know how you
Yo.
would take it if I just snuck into your bed one night. We were just,
How you doing?
we're all just in the house, and like I'll just sneak in there one night.
Oh, I'd freak the
You
fuck
wake
out.
up and I'm laying next to you. You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my god, I would be freaking out. I'd be lost for a minute. I'd be like, "Why are you here? What is this? Is something happening?"
I'm a nightcrawler.
I'm a night crawler. You can't stop the crawlers in
You
the
just
night.
crawl away hella fast.
Oh man.
Ah. I'd be so confused. What a
Mm.
game.
Yeah.
I,
Oh man.
That's a fuck.
So there's one
what the
time I
hell
was
is this
trying
U.S.
to.
military doing around there?
There's one time I was trying to crawl up to the sail to smoke a cigar, and
crawling?
they didn't. We weren't surfaced yet, and
shit.
I thought I owned the boat, so I kind of just walked up the stairs and I opened up the red room, and the freaking just opened up the door. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And I started walking up the freaking ladder, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We didn't give you access to that." I was like, "Whoa, I'm so sorry. Can I go up there?" They're like, "No, we're not even surfaced yet. No." It's like, "Oh, my bad."
You're just about to open the
Just
fucking
open the
door up
hatch.
and just
Oh my god.
trying to smoke a damn cigar.
Oh god.
You know, it would be the
Yeah.
one Navy bro to do it. Navy dad wouldn't do that shit.
No.
You know
I
what?
would.
You know what's ridiculous is that these heavily trained soldiers just allowed you to just bro out
I did.
the whole time.
Yeah. I
Just shoot guns into the water.
Yeah.
They just walking
Smoke
in,
cigars.
walking in the
Cigars on
control
the
room all
ocean.
casual as fuck. Just
Yeah.
sup.
Okay, guys.
Was
Cool. Nice talking to you.
Did you night crawl anybody?
I did not night crawl anybody. I don't know if anyone night crawled me. I hope not.
Yeah,
just
you
slept
don't
so
know him?
deeply.
I was just sleeping. Sometimes. Sometimes I wasn't sleeping. And I was just up. They always had frozen yogurt available, which is
Hmm.
nice. They have a frozen yogurt machine.
Fun fact about the Navy, huh?
And coffee is always brewed.
Coffee and frozen yogurt was
There's
always
always
available.
coffee. Always will be brewed. Always.
Huh. Coffee, I make sense, but frozen yogurt is
No,
kind
no.
of a surprise to
It's-
me.
And they
It's
got
perfect,
those
though.
cool little lemonade machines where there's like the little churning of the juices in the machine.
Oh, where it shoots up, it hits the ceiling, and
Yeah.
it comes down on the
So
walls.
we
I love those. In-N-Out's got those. They're nice.
mhm,
Real nice.
mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We did
All them.
They
this
go, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
keep the juice flowing.
this exercise called angles and dangles
Mhm.
where the submarine is going straight and then you dive like I don't know, they don't tell you how far because it's classified.
Okay.
But you dive super far, straight down. And then you can watch all the juices in the machine like fly to one
Oh, so
side
you
and it's
have a
all sideways.
reference?
And like the all the like the Navy soldiers are like sliding down the hallways like a slide.
Oh.
Because it's like just you're
Yeah, you're
shooting
going
tilted
down.
like this. So
Yeah.
you have to hold on to something.
Oh, when they do the dive?
Yeah, or you could just fucking slide down the hallway like a slide if you want.
That's fun. It's like zero
That's
gravity
insane.
underwater type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
That's
hit a
kinda
lot of
cool.
shit because the hallways are real skinny, and there's
Yeah.
always there's handles everywhere because they're all freaking drawers and cabinets and shit.
So you
Are
gotta
they
be
just
careful.
opening too?
Yeah, no, those aren't open, and they're
Oh.
all sealed up like they're you have to like
Oh, okay.
open up like
Nice.
that. Yeah.
Little Jenga code.
That's fun. What'd
Yeah.
you do? What'd you choose to do? Did you
I
just
stayed-
slide?
No, I was fucking freaking out. I'm like,
You were just completely angled underwater?
yeah, and
Every
that's
day?
when shit got real with the engine room.
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
when the
when
engine
they
room
dive.
really got fucked up because
They were trying
doing
to show off.
we were
and they
doing
fucked
crazy
up.
dives and we pushed too hard
and,
and
more pressure happens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah. But we made it alive. We did it.
Okay.
We made it there.
You made it there in time. You said you had enough time within.
I
out
was
of
never
water.
so happy to get out of that freaking submarine, dude.
How long were you down there for? 5 days?
That's a long time.
That's a long-
Dude, imagine freaking at like 6 or 7 months at a time.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Like sometimes you don't see the sun for like 3 months. You're just
That's
underwater.
crazy.
You can't even surface.
You're just hanging out in a fucking sub.
Like they were able to surface multiple times because we're within the freaking coast of.
Bet
you
they
know,
love that you
California,
were coming there.
Yeah, United States. So you're just chilling, you know. But like when you're out under the water somewhere, freaking spying on enemy territory, you gotta be just stationed there forever, just waiting for anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just don't watch.
You're just on watch and you're just stationed there,
Damn.
just sitting underwater.
Oof.
That's your house. Submarine.
That's a good story, man.
Yeah,
That's a good fucking trip.
it's pretty good.
Sounds fun.
It's almost as good as this pasta corn.
That's what I'm saying.
I almost
know.
wish it was a unicorn made out of pasta.
It is. I ground it up.
To segue over here, I kind of want to tell you about this TV show I discovered the other day
What you got now?
that I think both you guys are gonna love. So it's this show I found on Netflix. It's called Release the Hounds. And what the basis of the story of like the show is, there are 3 contestants. It's based in like Europe or somewhere in England or something like that. 3 contestants. They have to wear these backpacks and they have to go into this deep into the woods somewhere. Okay, and they have to complete these tasks that are like horrific and gross and scary as hell. And they keep trying to scare them. Okay,
What?
the whole time. Yeah. So when they do that, once they beat the task, they have to get a key. Once they get that key is to a crate to a whole bunch of money. And they use that key, and they decide who in the group is going to do the run. And what they got to do is they got to go and run away from a pack of dogs to a wall and jump up on the wall and get over. And once they do that,
do they have a lack of safety gear?
no, they have a very lack of safety gear. They have
Okay.
one jacket on.
Oh God. A
Is it-
safety jacket or no?
It's like a leather jacket, but it doesn't look very like when you see people get attacked by dogs. You know they wear the big puffy suits.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not that. It's a jacket that you would buy at fucking H&M.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy.
It's,
And then like the dogs, and like no one fucking makes it because they're dogs. They run really fast. And
Can you like punch them?
no, once the dogs
That's not
catch
fair.
you, you fall down to the ground
That's
and they
not
just
fair.
start chewing on you.
That's not fair. I mean, also punching them is not cool, but like there
Mm-hmm.
should be more variables.
There's a lot more variables that I haven't gotten to yet. So
Is it-
what it do?
If a dog
There's no
attacks me, I'm
weapons.
gonna punch it.
There's weapons.
There's no weapons. You like how it works is there's
do you have your own dog?
no, you don't have your own dog either. You just gotta beat the dogs or don't. Like when
That's
the
not-
task starts, there's like a gate that starts moving down, and what it does is it's giving you a head start from the dogs. The longer time it takes you to find the key, the less of a head start you get.
Do you have to submit your sprint time for this show?
No,
You're
you
like
just sign
5
up.
seconds.
They don't tell anyone what the show is either.
Oh no!
It's crazy.
And then they tell you right when you get there.
Yeah, they tell you right when they get there what's going on. This is what you have to do. And people are like, "What the fuck?" They have no idea what's going on.
And they say yeah because
Yeah,
they want to win.
yeah, they want hella money.
How much
So-
is the money?
About 600 grand, 6,000, then 9,000, then 12,000.
Hmm.
6,000, 9,000, 12,000.
Yeah, that's converted
What's
to dollars.
what's some of the tasks that you have to do?
One of them was the final task of this guy. They pretty much tortured this guy with fear. He showed up, and it's the final guy. The 2 of the people already ran. One guy made it, and the one girl didn't make it. She got eaten by the dogs. And
One
this-
guy made it?
Yeah, he made it. He got the money.
No way.
But he had a huge head start. That's why, and he was really, really fast too. So the last challenge, he shows up, and it's in the middle of the woods, and a light just boom turns on, and it's a mirror, just a huge like body size mirror that's like in the middle of the forest, and it just says "look" on it written in red. So he just shows up and he's just staring at it, and he's freaking out, and there's like no cameramen around. They're all just cameras on like little stands and around, so there's no people around ever. So he's just standing there looking at the mirror, just freaking out, and the light turns off, and it turns on, and like someone's like standing behind him a little bit farther away, and the light turns off, and he's just freaking out, and he's already done 2 crazy tasks before, so he's like freaking out already.
Oh God.
And so he's like fuck, and then it turns on again, and no one's there, and then like a doll drops from like the tree or some shit, and then like then another light turns on later in the forest, and there's 2 seats, a seat for him and a seat for the doll that's hanging from the rope. And then the doll starts going, read Dolly a story. And
What
he's
the
like,
fuck?
so he's like, fuck this shit. So he's like, takes the doll, brings it over there. He's reading the story, and he's reading what he's done already in the day. The first task, the second task, running from and shit like that. And then it goes to like, he looked into a mirror, a doll fell. Dolly asked him to tell him a story.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then after the end of the story, that's the book, and he opens it up, And right when he gets to the page, this is like mommy shows up and like scary ass old lady shows up right behind him and just starts screaming at him and like a shrill scream.
Oh my
And he just
god!
jumps up and his heart's like fuck, and he's freaking out. And then he has to like go and like grab a key out of a crib or something like that while like a hand pops up and tries to scare him or some shit. I don't know, some crazy shit.
I'm so down. Let's watch this shit.
Oh, it's crazy.
That sounds
But then
good.
like the funniest part is the host is this guy named Reggie, and Reggie maintains the same energy throughout the whole episode. So he'll show up, be like, "What's up, gang? How we all doing? Like, welcome to the show. Like, this is how we go down. You got to do this, but be careful because at the end you got to run from the hounds or some shit like that." And then like people are like, "Oh, we got it." And then like the second task, after the first task, like, "Ooh, that was kind of spooky, but we got this, you know." Second task, like, "Fuck, this shit's fucking crazy," you know. And Reggie's like, "You guys good?" They're like, "Yeah, we're fine." Like by the third task, it's the last guy. He's already traumatized as hell. "What up, mate? It's Reggie here. How you doing, man?" "Fuck you, Reggie. What the fuck's going on? Why the fuck?" Just fucking laying into him. It's so funny.
Oh, because they're tripping now.
They're tripping now, and he's just like, how you doing, man?" And they just call him on the walkie last minute, right? So it's everything silent. And he's just like,
no!
"What up?" And he's like, "Whoa," he jumps.
It's terrible.
It's a good
Sucks.
show. It's a really good show. Me and my girlfriend have been watching it nonstop. It's super fun.
How many episodes I got?
They got 3 seasons.
Whoa!
Yeah, like 8 episodes each.
It's
they-
on the flicks.
Yeah. And they, you know what? They make it really, really apparent. Like, they want you to believe that they died. That the contestants that don't make it died. Like, they want you to believe that. Because, like at the end, the 3 contestants, they'll come back and they'll be like, "Oh, like, where happened to Sally?" They're like, "Oh, she didn't make it." And then like they never mention her again, and they don't bring her back. And then the van shows up and only picks like the winners up and leave with just them.
That's how the world works.
Like
That's
they just don't.
They died.
They just die. They
just die.
make you believe. They want you to believe that they fucking die. It's a really morbid show. But
They
it's
keep them and then they use them as
crazy.
actors to be the scare
Oh,
contestants.
they're
the scare
now
people.
prisoners.
They're now
they're all prisoners in the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
That would be crazy.
that's brutal.
Yeah, it's a wild show. I recommend anyone to go watch it. It's called Release the Hounds on Netflix.
Damn,
It's like a horror reality game show.
that looks good.
It's
That
cool.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's real cool.
What you been doing?
How's Portland?
Oh
Yeah,
I went to Portland.
I went to a city. It was cool.
You went to a
Cool.
city.
I went to a city. I went to like 3 cities.
A lot of people there. What?
You know what? No.
No.
I went to Portland, and I was not wowed by the populace, like the amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
I showed up on the Memorial Day at Portland, and it was dead. It was like a complete ghost town. It was crazy. It was a great way to walk around a city. Like, there was just nobody.
What did it even look like? Was it like a regular city or was it like a small little town? Like, what am I here? Like, I think of Portland, I'm like a small little coffee shop.
With lots of trees.
Lots of trees
Trees.
around.
There are a lot of trees.
A lot of
but
people on bikes.
It's like this.
A lot of bikes.
There's like maybe
one-story houses.
There's like maybe like a small.
Or 2-story skinny houses.
2-story skinny houses.
There's like maybe like a small 16-block area that's like city. And like that area's got like a few tall buildings and a few middle-sized buildings. And then like small buildings scattered in between. And then it starts to peter out into like houses and small buildings and like small restaurants. And then it goes to like residential and then out to like forest. And then like if you go east or west, it goes to cities.
Interesting.
Like different like smaller towns. And like and then space starts to vastly open up. And then like there's like long distances and like little open plots of land with like trees and stuff.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
It's really nice.
The scenery's probably wonderful.
I would love to
The
visit
scenery
Portland.
was fantastic. You were never too like the transit system was great. Went all around and there was like trains, buses, trolleys, and it was dope. It was $5 all day, everything. You could get all like I don't know 20 miles around everywhere.
$5 and you're good to go all day to anything.
All day to everything.
Wow, that's
and I
pretty
was
cool.
coming from like a place called Gresham, which was like 35 minutes on the train.
Damn.
Yeah, and it just was $5, and then I could go anywhere. I kept going places, and I'd hit up tons of nature spots.
Damn, that's super cheap. That's crazy.
Yeah.
BART in the Bay Area Rapid Transit is Depends on where you're going and what the distance is like. So getting to San Francisco from where I was,
It was like $12.
it was like $12.
No, it's just
And that's just to go about. It would be about an hour driving. Is $12 on the BART.
yeah. You can if for the tickets like that.
Is that
They don't.
expensive?
Yeah, it's pretty. He was saying that Oregon, it's $5 and you have all day transportation anywhere you want to go. He was taking a 35-minute train ride.
That's nice.
Well, not
and
only
for
that,
$5.
if you wanted to just pay like $250, you have 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So then you traveling 2.5 hours no matter where you're going.
Oh.
Yeah, and every place you went, you could buy like a day pass or it was cool.
Trippy.
But
That's fire.
I went to Powell's Books, which was like a big thing for Portland. I mean, they've really capitalized. They've got like I don't know 4 bookshops now, but the main one's 4 stories.
Wow.
And like they're like warehouse size. Like I don't mean height, but like distance in each level, except the 4th store. But like, it was a gross amount of books. It was crazy. It was so good.
4 stores of books.
Yeah, I had to go 2 days because it was so much.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fucking books.
Is that where you got your cooking books?
that's where I got the cooking books from. Soups, breads, gravies, and herbs.
French
Come
fries,
on. No French fries.
orange soda,
Close.
club soda,
Yeah, close soda.
oranges.
I'm looking up some weird facts about Portland. You know, Portland has a world naked bike ride.
Well, I've missed it.
What is that?
When is that?
When is that?
When is that, huh? I think I want to take a little.
Portland sounds great.
Yeah, the world naked bike ride. I don't know. I want to ride a bike naked.
Across the world?
Yeah. In
Yeah,
72 days.
Completely naked.
No, I'm okay.
You have to go through the water.
Yeah, you have to go in the submarine.
On
On
my
a bike?
bike?
Yeah, you have to
Naked.
keep pedaling.
Keep going.
You're the one that powers the submarine.
What?
bike.
Like a hamster on a wheel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of you just all under the lowest level.
Still naked.
Yeah, and there's a leak.
What if that's
Hosted,
what's happening?
it's
on a
hosted by
submarine ride?
Portland.
That's how it's really transported like that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
A bunch of naked people on bikes inside the open space of the
Just
submarine.
sweating. It's the
Mhm.
only hot part in the whole submarine. Oh, that's where the hot water comes from.
Science, dude.
Science.
Math.
It's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, we're doing a late pod tonight. I think we're all pretty fucking beat.
It's 11:43.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's go to
Jesus
bed.
fuck.
All right, good night.
All right, bye.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye, buddy.